show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. All right. How's everybody doing today? Your boy, Doc Holiday. We back with another HBCU tonight in conjunction with HBCU Overdrive. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, most of all, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Do everything you need to do. Make sure you just get reminded to watch HBCU Overdrive. All right. So we got people coming in. It is noon. It is January 29th, the year of our Lord, 2024. This month is almost over with, and it's a lot of stuff that's been going on since the beginning of the year, and hopefully they got their ish together. What's going on, Hoop Jargon? He up in here with the PVU. You know what I'm saying? That's my bro right there. But yeah, man, we got everything going on. We got a lot of stuff going on this past weekend. We got stuff going on this weekend as far as college all-star games. There was an all-star game that was here last week called the Dream Bowl, which was held in Little Elm. So they pretty much had majority of like D2 players, Division II players who basically trying to make the dream of going into the NFL. And also they have the East-West Shrine game is here. It is here in Dallas. They are practicing at Frisco at the Star right now. My bro G is doing the damn thing with Draft HBCU out there, doing some scouting and pretty much just evaluating talent and just giving our guys a cheer on our guys that are from the HBCU that's pretty much going to be in this game. But we got a lot to talk about within this little hour, probably hour and a half span. So not gonna be on here too long because I do have to go to work today. I'm trying to get this banner ready and going. So y'all excuse me. That's the reason why I'm not saying too much of anything right now. But I gotta go and grab my phone. In just a second. So sometimes when you look at it and you trying to do so much within a certain span, um, certain time span, I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it ride out. They got a lot of stuff going on outside. I don't know what's going on. They out there cutting the grass or what? Well, that's somebody's car. All right, that's my ticker. But anyway, we got who we got up in the building. We got 30 folks in the building right now. Yeah, it was a little A. It was a bowl game at Little M. I was surprised, bro. It was a little small All Star game at Little M, man. I was surprised about that. The homie, if y'all don't know, if you never been on Twitter, little Angela Lewani, she was covering it for she covered that, and she's also out here in Frisco, um, for the um, she's also out in Frisco to cover for the East West Shrine game. So she's and if you don't know who she is, she's a part of Benedict College. She's an equipment manager, but she's also doing um, um, she's also doing media work. All right, so that's good right there. And then you see it on the ticker. Make sure, like I said, you like, share, comment, subscribe. All right, Jeremiah. It's too early before you be cutting up, bro. But before we do that, before we get to everything, y'all, like I said, after these messages, we'll be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
And we back, y'all. We are back. 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 Got a little few things going on. Man, anyway, y'all, man, let's get into it. First and foremost, y'all see the title, man. Look, they done found them a Coarch. They got them a Coarch. Uh, they got them a Coarch. and let me see. I'm like, and y'all see, look, as y'all see, look, man. FAMU found themselves for Coarch. You gotta see you gotta see it with some gumption. Coarch, not coach, but Coarch. They got them a Coarch today. I mean, over the weekend. Uh, basically what it is that they take the interim tag off of James Colsey, and actually names him the actual head coach. Hey, ain't nobody stealing no jokes. Come on now, we don't steal jokes over here. We don't steal jokes over here. But anyway, man, we they got them a coach, man. Look, it's gonna be on the popping. I guess FAMU saying it's gonna be on the popping for them today, for them this coming up season. I I pretty much think that even though the talent is there at FAMU, it's there at Tallahassee, but I don't know how much talent did they retain um, after Willie Simmons departed to go to become the running backs coach over at Duke University. But I digress. They in the search. He was named on named on Saturday. Saturday he was named on, and this is just after a list a list of potential candidates was dropped on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. It was dropped on either Thursday or Friday. So to me, and this is my opinion, y'all can y'all can take this the way that you want to take it. Somebody put this out there. Somebody put the damn list out there to circumvent the whole coaching search process. And I'm saying this. Um, and in my most humble opinion, is you should have let her do her damn job. What's going on, Mr. Edwin? You should have let you should have let her do her job from the beginning. And it could be some give or take over here, here and there. Should have listened to, alum, but kind of should have listened to, like the boosters and stuff like that. Because sometimes as alum, we don't know what is best for for our university. Sometimes we just know that we just know that hey, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Judge you by fault again. But I don't know. I just feel like the process was so much circumvented, and I'm not saying that all the alumni, all the boosters was in on it. I just feel like some folks were so overzealous with the whole notion of her doing the job that you know that was the biggest job that that she had, the biggest hire that she made. Uh, she wanted to go out. She wanted to go out of the circle. Everybody else wanted to keep it in house. Which, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. You know, it's good to go in house. It's good to go in house, but we don't know. You don't know what's going to happen if this person doesn't live up to the expectations of what it is to be a FAMU Rattler. And I only say that um, I, I only say that because I'm just this, and this is just my opinion. Y'all can get upset. I don't. This is I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all can get upset with me. I mean, why did we choose the house with TC? I mean, it was to me. I just feel like the process just felt like with us with us. We've already had the process of going through a celebrity coach. People say celebrity coach. I just say the Negro had too much money and too much lip on it, too much dip on his chip and on his lip. But um, I'm into the fact that let the process. I mean, to me, and it's just my like I said. This is my opinion. Process just need to play out. Process play out. Um, I just felt like some things should not have been said. If you got an issue with the lady, uh, best believe you can. If you're in the Tallahassee area, you can go on the campus. You go to her office. You can hit her up on Twitter because she's on most of the social media accounts and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you got your head coach. You got the guy that you wanted. Some people wanted. Some people wanted Billy Rose. The other people wanted James Colsey. And then you got some people that threw in Ryan Smith, but his foot was automatically already out the door. Um, uh, Hold on now. Don't get on me. Don't I answer the question when I feel like answer the question. But anyway, the to my knowledge, the process for us at Jackson State was we didn't want it to be tedious. We knew we had somebody that was in the door, that was in house, that was ready to be the head coach of the university. Uh, we knew that TC was our guy. He was supposed to be the guy from the beginning, and since 2019 when he came back to the school. Um, and basically we had to do the shake up to make sure we get our name out there. But yeah, that's it. It was TC when Prime. It was TC when Prime left. TC is Ashley guy. Uh, Prime was pretty much for himself, and pretty much that was it. That was it. That was all. So I can't really. So we did what we were supposed to do. And TC had other offers to go to other places to be a head coach. I mean, he had an offer to go to Prairie View. He had an offer to go to other places, but he stayed. He chose to stay. He chose to stay in Jackson, at Jackson State, because that's where his home is. He made his bones there. Uh, I mean, he's a legend, and we felt like in our eyes that he was the next man coming up. That we felt, we just felt like he was going to be the next one to come up. Grocery store manager does listen to customers, or he would have no business. Grocery store manager listens to customers, but he also listens to stakeholders also. And he also listens to whoever that supplies his store. That's not a good comparison, bro. It's not a good comparison. But I want to get into this because the simple fact that I want to get into to break down to his record and everything. So there's James Colsey. All right, so his background, basically, of course, he played football at Florida State across the way. He was on the team where they actually won a national championship with the Florida State Seminoles, which pretty much was quarterbacked by Charlie Ward. Then after that, he also played baseball, so he was a dual sport athlete. So his coaching tenure basically starts at FIU. So he was an assistant special teams and DB coach. Then he went from 2000 to 2003, 2004 to 2006. He goes back to Florida State as a grad assistant. So basically, he's going back there to kind of hone his craft. 2007, he goes down to Valdosta, Georgia, to Valdosta State as a special teams and DB coordinator. 2008 to 2011, he was the associate head coach, DC, special teams, and DB for University of West Georgia. 2012, he goes to Southern Arkansas, where he's special teams run coordinator and the DBs. And then he makes his way across the border to Canada, to Simon Fraser. He was the DC and the DB coach there. 2014, he makes his way to the JUCO ranks as a pretty much his whole rundown of his whole tenure is pretty much defense. So you got that there. You got that there. So defense is his whole thing. I get back to it. Sorry about that, y'all. So special teams run coordinator and DB coach. 2015, he goes to UBC, which is University of British Columbia. He was the defensive coordinator and the DB coach. And then 2016 to 2021, he is the head coach of St. Mary's University in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So he stays in Canada. So he has a lot of Canadian experience. He comes to FAMU in 2022, where he's the DB coach, and then in 2023, he gets elevated to associate head coach, and he's the DB coach also. And then, of course, on Saturday, he was named the 19th head football coach at FAMU, Florida A&M University, where they are going to have a press conference, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. So it will be coming up in 30 minutes. I don't know if I'll go live with that, but if y'all want me to, I will do that. But y'all got to remember, I'm pressed for time because I do have to go to work today. But his overall record from Simon Fraser was 18-20, and you have to understand they don't play a big schedule like we do here in the States. So they play probably like 5-6 games, and then they have their little playoff, and then they have the championship game. And that's another question right there too, Dr. Kanisha. So you got some other coaches that was in-house. Are they going to stay on board? Are they going to stay on board to help out Cozy? You know what I'm saying? To coach the team, to coach, position, to not make it seem so difficult for him. That's the thing I really want to ask. Are coaches going to stay, or are they just leaving? Are they leaving out because they didn't get the job? So to me, who was better for the job? If you was gonna, other than hiring Cozy, other than having Cozy on there in house, we talking about in house. Who was better for the job? You have Cozy, you have Billy Rowe, you have Ryan Smith, you got a plethora of coaches that was in there. You got James Spady, you got James Spady, who was a head coach before. You got Doc Gamble, who was a head coach before. So you have plenty of people on the staff who were more, I feel like, were more qualified to become the head coach of FAMU. I'm not saying anything bad about Coach Cozy because I don't know the guy like that, and I'm not going to besmirch his name like that. But I'm saying this. You had a lot of other folks in that room that was able that I felt in my heart of hearts that they could have been able to coach this team. Another thing that I felt like that the AD Sykes wanted to point out was the fact that you have to be able to understand the APR. How does this work? Are you going to have these kids go to class? If a kid enters the transfer portal, are you going to make sure that he get where he needs to get to, and make sure that he's enrolled into the school? Are you going to make sure that he's going to class? Basically going to class. It's all about going to class, getting a grade. Are you going to make sure that they are in the right class? And that's the reason why we had the issue with the compliance stuff. So she fixed that. Are these kids going into the right class? Are they going to, are you going to stay on these kids' butt? That's all I'm asking. Are you going to be able to dig down deep and stay on the kid's tail and tell him he needs to go to class? You can't skip this class. This class you need to take because this is what they tell you that you need to take. Are they going to do that? Or are they just worried about wins and losses and championships? So, So, well, I don't know if there's going to be any players coming out of the portal, Russell. I don't know. I can't really sit here and speculate that because that is, I mean, that's not my job. My job is to report. My job is to make sure that the info is getting out there in a timely manner, in a timely fashion. So it's like two, right there we go. But I do understand where where you're coming from. Are they going to be out? Um, are they going to get out of the portal? Are they going to come back to school? Hopefully, if they are in the portal, they are still in school and just go to school, go to class, and do what they got to do until another school calls them. Um, and I just said, Mr. Campbell, you know me. I'm asking questions. I want to know what's going on. I'm not trying to be petty. I don't want to be petty because y'all done already went through a lot of stuff. But I'm not trying to be petty or nothing like that. I just want to know. Uh, I just want to know. That way, I want to give it to my audience and make sure when I give it to the audience, um, it's it's correct. But like I said, they got a press conference 2 o'clock Eastern on campus. I don't know if it's gonna be live, if it's gonna be shown on whatever. So my thing is, um, if he comes around and if he comes, I just want to make sure that if it's can he take this program to another level? Can he take it to new heights? I don't put a bug in somebody's ear. Check out that podcast right there. Anyway, it's too many. I got my phone. It's spam likely. Who's going to be the quarterback? That's another question. Who's going to be the quarterback? Because uh, Jeremy Musa, he's gone. So who's gonna step up to be the quarterback? That's a good question right there too. Um, but mostly, hopefully, most of the kids are they are at school. They are doing conditioning because that's what's going on right now. It's conditioning. You want to make sure you get your conditioning. Um, and Rattler Nation say they're gonna try to run it back. We shall see because I'll be honest with you, that East Division is looking like the Gladiator unit. And of course, we do have the best AD by far. And Mr. Campbell is still JSU by 40. Just let you know that it's still JSU by 40. But man, let's get into some more things right here. We had This past weekend, we had some good HBCU basketball. Had some good basketball. Let's see. Trying to figure out what was the score of that game, man. Get back to the last game. This means. All right. All right. All right, SWAC, we got some HBCU basketball. So first and foremost, we're gonna go into the MEAC standings. Um, Going to the MEAC standings for today. And on the women's side, today we got MEAC basketball starting at 4:30 today, so 5:30 our time. So we got North Carolina Central going up to Dover to take on the Hornets of Delaware State. Um, it is a house of horrors in Dover. Let everybody know that. And then, it's pretty much hard to, it's basically hard to win there. Uh, South Carolina State takes on Maryland Eastern Shore. This is all the women. So South Carolina State is looking for their second win of the season, while Maryland Eastern Shore is trying to get to 500 overall. Morgan State versus Norfolk State. This is in Norfolk, Virginia. The Norfolk State Lady Spartans is going on a tear. They have not, I don't know how it is they'll be able to be stopped, but y'all see what's going on. And then last but not least, you got Howard going down to Baltimore to take on Coppin State. And this is the women's game. This is 4:30. This is going to be on ESPN Plus. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. On the women's side for the SWAC, Jackson State right now they're doing the Florida two-step, so they are in Tallahassee right now to take on the Lady Rattlers of Florida A&M. That's a 4:30 tip-off time. Alcorn is doing their Florida two-step, so they're in Bethune at Daytona with a 4 o'clock tip-off. Pine Bluff is at Grambling, which is nothing but pretty much like a 45, 50-minute drive down a little small highway. Well, this is going to be a good game because this might determine who can come into second place. Pine Bluff coming in at 9-10, and Grambling coming in at 11-6. Mississippi Valley is going down to Baton Rouge to take on that school with the confusing blue colors, Southern University. They're trying to go for their third win overall this season. Alabama A&M is making their Texas two-step. They are at Prairie View. This is a 5:30 tip-off. And also Alabama State is down there in H-Town, 3rd Ward, Texas. Take on the Lady Tigers of Texas Southern University. 5:30 tip-off also. On the men's side for the MEAC, on the men's side for the MEAC. Like I said, North Carolina Central men is going into Delaware State. This is a house of horrors for a lot of folks. This is a house of horrors for a lot of folks in Delaware. Going up to Delaware, like I said, it's one of them places where it's like almost like a barn, and when it gets hot up in there, it really gets hot. So these are local times right here. So pretty much, this is because my phone is set. So it's pretty much Central Standard Time, and I'm getting this off of the ESPN app right here. Central coming in with a record of 11-8, while Delaware State is at 10-10. You know, they're at 500. They're looking to knock off the Eagles at the Hornets' Nest. Morgan State taking on Norfolk State. This is be a good game. Again, this is we got Coach Jones with Jamari Thomas, who's killing it in the game right now for Norfolk State. They're at 13-8. But if Morgan State comes down to Virginia and, play the type of ball that they could play, they want to play, I think they'll be able to squeeze out a victory in Norfolk. So y'all take a look out for that right there. And that is a 6:30 tip-off tonight. Howard goes to Baltimore to take on Coppin State. Howard, man, I'm going to be honest with you, they're an enigma. Because one day they are like world beaters, and then the next day they look like bottom feeders. But they go into Baltimore, take on Coppin State. Coppin State is 2-16 at this moment, looking for their third victory overall. Howard is looking to get back on the win track again after this past weekend, where they lost to Morgan State 85-79. And then, last but not least, South Carolina State going over to Princess Anne, Maryland, to take on Maryland Eastern Shore. This is a 7 o'clock tip-off right here. And South Carolina State is coming up. They have won their last two games in convincing fashion. But do not sleep on Eastern Shore. Do not sleep on Eastern Shore, because they do have a tough squad that comes out to play tough every day. The Howard Coppin State game is going to be on ESPN Plus, so make sure you tune into that right there. In the SWAC for the men, of course, Jackson State Alcorn making the Florida two-step, trying to get it, trying to go in, get a win, get the hell up out of there. Where Jackson State is looking to bounce back from a somewhat, convincing defeat over against Bethune-Cookman. Of course, the name of the game is attrition, and how to get the players to play when you don't have all your pieces together. And that is what we're looking. That's what we're looking for. Lord Jesus, she said our men play like their Jordans too tight. Lord Jesus. But other than that, y'all, FAMU looking for their fourth win of the season against Jackson State. This game is at 7 o'clock tonight. Won't be shown on TV. It will be shown on Is it Go JSU TV? So it's a paywall. Of course, then I said Alcorn is going up against Bethune-Cookman. Alcorn is coming off a 76-67 victory over FAMU to push their record to 4-15. Bethune is at 9-10. They are playing some good basketball. This game right here is at 8 o'clock. It is going to be on ESPN2. So make sure you watch out for this game right here. And basically, everybody can see Reggie Theus, the AD slash head men's basketball coach, on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus. Pine Bluff and Grambling with the same identical records at 8-11. They meet each other in Grambling, Louisiana, for a pivotal matchup. Basically, this is to say who can break the tie for second place. Mississippi Valley goes down to Southern, take on the Jaguars in Baton Rouge. Mississippi Valley is looking for their first win. They are 0-20 as of right now, and Southern is looking for the 11th win of the season. They're 10-9. Alabama State and Alabama A&M is making their Texas two-step. Alabama State at 10-9 is going to, like I said, Third Ward, Texas Southern University taking on the Tigers down there, who are at 6-12, and Alabama A&M, who's coming in at 3-16, are at Prairie View on the Hill, who's coming in at 7-12, who's playing some good basketball also. So that is the lineup for the SWAC and the MEAC. And then I would say the OVC, because I'm going to be honest with you, if you have not watched Tennessee State play, you need to watch them play. This team is scary good, y'all. And I'm not just saying it just toot my own horn, but they are scary good. 12-9 right now, 5-3 overall in the Ohio Valley Conference, and where they got some games coming up in February. First and foremost, Thursday they go up against Morehead State, who is sitting at the top of their conference at 16-5, 7-1 in conference play. Again, like I said, Tennessee State sits at 5-3, but they have Morehead State come into Nashville. This is a pivotal game right here on Thursday. Everybody needs to, if you don't have ESPN Plus, you need to get it. Watch this game, because this game will say who is going to be at the top of the conference by the end of the season and right before conference tournament start. So also, this would also put Tennessee State in the driver's seat to actually make it to get an NCAA tournament bid. So let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about that, y'all. It is 12:51, so pretty much it is 1:51 Eastern Standard Time. So pretty much the press conference is going to start off in a little bit. So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to be on here this long. And I don't know if my good friend is going to broadcast it, but if she does, I'll go check her out. Let me check and see. Make sure. Okay, so she don't have anything going on. But my last thing I want to get into, y'all, before we get into it, I want to go ahead and do my last commercial break of the day, and We'll be right back after this.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
All right. I forgot to take that off right there. All right. But anyway, this last thing I want to talk about was yesterday. Now, everybody saw first game of the day. First game of the day yesterday was Baltimore versus Kansas City. The game was in Baltimore, Maryland. Everybody know Baltimore, Maryland is one of the most blackest cities in the United States. Probably 55-60% black. And for the national anthem, the Baltimore Ravens invited not no Tulsa, not Tulsa, not UMBC, none of these other schools. They invited Morgan State University, the Morgan State University choir, to come sing the national anthem for the game start. And if you watched it, and if you listen to it, y'all, and listen, if you listen to it, it was the national anthem was it when you think about the national anthem, most people think about putting a tear, having a tear come down their eye and stuff like that. The patriotic, the symbolism for it. Everybody knows the first couple of lines of it, but they don't want to listen to the other part of the last stanza of the anthem because it talks about the oppression, talks about slavery and stuff like that. Y'all gotta understand. I love history. I'm history, mass comm, whatever you want to do it, whatever you want to say. That's me. That's what I love right there. All right. So, uh, but I just want to put it out there. I just want to put it out there that some folk, majority of people love the anthem. They love how it was sung. They love the fact that these this black excellence was on the field. We're talking about a city that is 60% black. You're talking about a city that has two public HBCUs within their city limits. Why would they want to go get Tulsa? Tulsa is in Tulsa, Maryland. All right. Why would they want to go get them? UMBC is the county university. Why would they want to get them? The Sopranos, they was killing it. Sopranos was killing it. I'm gonna be honest with you, they was killing it, y'all. But I'm just saying, this is one lady. One lady. She and let's highlight this person right here. Let's highlight this person that I'm talking about. So I'm about to go ahead and share the screen. Let's highlight it because she can get these jokes. She can get these jokes. And yeah, everybody she was on fun as man, and then you know let's highlight this. Put a spotlight on you. See, she want to be out in the public right here. The name is Jasmine. All right, she goes by Jazzy Lynn Rose. I don't know what her last name is, but she is from Boston. She is from Boston, Massachusetts. So that tells you right there what she's all about. So she's the co-host of Let's Talk About It on Sirius XM Radio. She also is an insider for DraftKings. So she does FanDuel. She talks about sports and politics. I don't care what you talk as far as politics go. You can talk about your politics all you want to, but don't get mad when you got black excellence, where you got a black governor, a black mayor, everybody in the damn city is black. You got two HBCUs in your city, and you have a Karen moment. You have a Karen moment. So, this is her first tweet right here. This is the first one right here. She said, that might have been the worst national anthem I ever heard. NFL needs to do better. In other words, in code, basically what she's saying is we don't need these niggas to sing the national anthem. Why are they here? Let me reiterate this. In code, she's saying we don't need these niggas here to sing the national anthem. Why are they here? They're here because they was invited by the Ravens. They here because the team know that they sound so eloquent and so melodic. It just resonates with us, man. It resonates with the city. Unfortunately, Baltimore did lose the game yesterday. We got a lot of stuff to talk about that. But they did lose the game. And I want to talk about that when I get the NFL channel popped off. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, y'all. So she said this might have been the worst national anthem she ever heard. Oh, this is the worst one you ever heard. And then, everybody, pretty much everybody jumps on like what's going on, because I done posted something with one of my moderators. She posted something, and then, of course you see you got Timona posted something because she ain't gonna run away from no smoke. So I like that. And then, of course, she says of the 20 schools with the lowest SAT scores in the U.S., 15 are HBCU. By the way, hit the gym, you're ugly. So basically, she's saying that Timona was ugly, and I'm like, okay, whatever you want to say. And this is the funniest thing right here. The audacity. You look like a cracked out Olsen twig. Let's see. But she was getting all this smoke. And then she had folks jump in, of course, my resident, she don't take no mess. And oh, by the way, if you don't know, I don't know if you know, but the HBC community is about to come into these mentions and wreak havoc. This wasn't wise on your end, but today you will F around and find out. So basically, she pops off saying, "So thugs are coming into my mentions, bring them on." And then you know what that means when you say thugs coming into the mentions. Thugs basically means niggas. I'm sorry to say this. That's what happened. So, um, that is what's going on, and I'm to the point where I had to say what I had to say. So it's like, bring it on. And then we talking about Biden. She spits out this alternative facts. Just found out that the Biden administration invested $7 billion in HBCUs because they are centers of excellence. Of the 20 schools with the lowest SAT scores in the U.S., 15 are HBCUs. The average SAT score of the HBCU, which Biden once called the greatest HBCU, is 910. No one, including Biden, believes HBCUs are centers of excellence, and no one really thinks a $9 billion investment in them is anything other than expensive signaling to a big loyal section of the Democratic base. It's the same dumb, empty rhetoric as always, and the same misdirection of resources. So, so I'm like, okay, whatever you want to say. And, basically we clap back. It's like, hey, I wonder what Sirius XM going to say about this, about the employees with this rhetoric. Like she said, and then Dr. Kadisha, she chimed in. She said, be careful, be sure you identify those HBCU graduates in the C-suites of FanDuel TV, because I already have. If you don't know, you will by the end of business on Monday. Have a nice day. And she still spits out the rhetoric of the 15 HBCUs with the lowest SAT scores. And that's all she could spit out. And now, mother resident moderator, Miss Brady, she's like, you should have just said you don't like black people. That's all it is. That's all it is. And so basically, she was getting it, like literally, she was getting that work. She was getting that work. And so, me, I'm to the point where and then everybody come in. And then this is what she said: do you go to bed at night and honor George Floyd? I'm like, okay, yeah. So it's a lot of things going on. Everybody said, tell us you, and then my friend Keisha, tell us you're racist without telling us you're racist, Karen. So, that was the best one right there. That was one of my best. That was the best ones right there. I'm like, look, the Mayonnaise Brigade they are upset that we on their ass, and we not gonna let nobody slide around and talk about our institutions and just people, our people in general. And people coming in, people coming in trying to defend her. This is another thing I didn't like. She said HBCU is another meaning for teaching kids about black culture. And I'm getting ready to say this, bitch. It's not about teaching kids about black culture. It's because we couldn't get into the schools that you could get into because of your skin color. We was treated less than, but you had the privilege. I digress. So then she had some friends. She had some friends come in, and you know, You know, everybody coming in, the hood is showing, the hood is showing. You know, the when I say everybody came in, everybody came in. Everybody came in. When I say everybody came in, everybody came in. People talking about more DEI entertainment choices. No, the NFL know what it is when it comes to money. They know they can't lose the black. They cannot lose the black fan base because they won't have nothing. And people like it didn't exactly move you. Well, and I always say this: if it does not move you, don't watch it. Don't watch it. If it don't make dollars, don't make sense. If it don't move you, don't watch it. And then somebody said at least nobody wasn't kneeling, but don't matter. It don't matter. You know. And I just, people just came at me. I'm like, okay, I'm just letting you know what the deal is. You don't like it, don't watch it. Don't tune in. Don't tune in. But she gonna learn around. Don't mess with us. Don't mess with black Twitter. Somebody said they refused to tussle with Betty Cracker. And so if y'all really want to be petty, if you really want to be petty, um, I say go and hit up FanDuel, hit up Sirius XM, hit up where I think ESPN. I think she can do that. Hit up all those spots and say, hey, is this who y'all bring on to represent y'all company? And if they are on the fence of saying no, this is not who we bring on, then they're gonna let it go. They're gonna leave it as it is. But if they say yeah, I say boycott that shit. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, and I'm putting just like this. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Okay, I've already said it. I said it before. Your mammy should have swallowed you when she had a chance. And then they were like getting on me. I'm talking about they were getting on me bad. I'm like, it's wench. No, I know what I said. It's wench. She's a wench. I'm from the South. We don't say wench. The bed wench. It's wench. Don't correct me. She's saying it brings out the race card. I'm like, no, you brought out the race card yourself. You brought it out yourself. But anyway, man. Anyway, Black Twitter was on our ass. We looking to boycott. We looking to get her gone. It is what it is. It is what it is. And Mr. Hain, Mr. Russell, she was looking. she was looking to get her numbers up, but it was funny. It was funny how the whole community came in after that, and I really look. We got enough. Look, we got enough time for the Super Bowl pick, Russ. We got enough time for the Super Bowl pick, but I'm not gonna get my pick out till probably next week. Super Bowl is next week anyway, so I ain't gonna do it this week. I'm gonna do it next week. Um, but but I promise you though, I'll get my picks out next week. All right. Um, get it like that. But anyway, if the Mayonnaise Brigade wants to go out there and go tit for tat with HBCU Twitter, with Black Twitter, come on with it, because we're not gonna back down, and you're gonna get these jokes today. You got them yesterday, you get them today. If you was a cracker for communion, I wouldn't even eat you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm about to run up off this thing. I know everybody's trying to watch the introduction for James Colsey the third. Um, so if you haven't watched it yet, it is on the ONG Strike Zone. Make sure you check them out. Um, but other than that, y'all check that out. She's AD Sykes is giving her introduction to James Colsey on ONG Strike Zone. They are tuning in for that. But I appreciate everybody for joining me today. Like I said, I wasn't going to be on here all day, but make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, subscribe, and most of all, donate to the channel, because without having this stuff right here, I cannot bring you this stuff out to the masses. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and donate to the channel. If you haven't done it by now, if you want to donate to the channel, you can hit up the PayPal, you can hit up Cash App, and you can hit up Zelle. Zelle is davidesmith30@gmail.com. PayPal is at davidsmith1925. And the Cash App is HBCU Overdrive. Make sure you hit those up if you want to donate. And I know it's rent time this week, so if you can, you give whatever you can. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me as always. Appreciate everybody for joining in on this afternoon live stream. Also, make sure you check out all HBCU content creators that's doing a damn good job in this space right here. I don't want to name them all, but y'all know who I'm talking about. And last but not least, y'all make sure y'all be blessed. Make sure that y'all stay safe, and also make sure that you hug your loved ones. We'll be back on this thing probably tomorrow. I'm probably gonna come back on here tomorrow, do an afternoon show again, and get my 2 cents on pretty much HBCU basketball from tonight, and then we'll go on from there. But excuse me, it is Aquarius season, and if you got a birthday coming up in the month of February, hit me up, let me know so I can shout you out. Other than that, y'all be easy, be greasy. Peace.